morning. I'm on my way to work today, or right now, not today. I'm on my way to work a lot of days, but, I'm getting out of the driveway. So, I'm on my way to work. I hope I don't look too white. I don't know, somehow I look very white right now. I hope it's not the makeup. But yeah, so I don't know how today is going to be. Sorry, something just fell and I was just making sure it wasn't something that would break. I'm not sure what the plans are today. I want to kind of take the baby out to Universal Studios if it doesn't get too windy. My window's kind of open. And I'll show you guys the improvements on my car so you guys can see them better, because I know yesterday was kind of dark. But I'm taking my computer today so I can actually edit and upload stuff. Even though by the time you guys probably watch this, you're going to be like, oh, she hasn't uploaded stuff, I thought she did. Okay, so many followers. I should go the other way. Oh, look at the bus. But yeah, I feel like I'm just like kind of not paying attention to the filming, but I am. But yeah, so I'm not sure, or I'll take it apart and review them all. Not quite sure. I just know that I'll probably be there like most of the day. But yeah, I was gonna talk to you guys about something. I totally forgot. I'll remember later, but I'll try to film as much as I can today. Hopefully my boss isn't there, and I forgot my headphones, but oh well. I kind of want to bring them so that when I edit, but I think I should be fine, or there might actually be some extra ones in my bag. Who knows? As long as she's not there, it doesn't really matter. As long as my boss isn't there, and I doubt she will be. But if she is, then I'll just do my homework, I guess. I just have something to do. Well, actually, kind of, like, I guess, just in case I don't have time later, I kind of want to talk to you guys about resolutions. So, you know, obviously the month of January is probably the month where, like, most people want to do the resolutions and try to keep it up, and they try their hardest, and then by February it kind of, like, goes, like, wah. But, and I feel like, in a way, mine's kind of, like, a little off the rails. But I think it's just because I actually, like, I think, looking back, and I probably should review the video that I did for resolutions, I think I might have been a bit vague. I mean, like, not that those aren't my goals, ultimately, but I think I should set, like, starting February, I should just write down exactly, or at least, like, each month kind of review, like, okay, these are my goals, this is exactly kind of what I want to do, like, what am I going to do for this month, to achieve those goals, like, you know, and write it down in a journal or something and get organized in that way. But looking back, like, what have I done so far? I have been a little bit more active. I didn't go to the gym as much, I mean that much, but I did go a little more than I usually do in like a month. I usually do that in about 3 months. So let's see, I went hiking yesterday. That was pretty, and like, I mean, not like an easy trail, but it was like pretty. Running Canyon is not the easiest trail. I mean, like, I will confess, I did puke once I got to the top, because, I mean, and like, everyone's like, oh my god, but I mean, I know that sometimes that is normal, like, you know, when your body's not used to such exertion, and it kind of tells me, like, I might be thin and everything, but I'm not as active as, or healthy as I should be, which kind of motivates me a little bit. So weird, but yeah. And then I'm really sorry you guys can't see me. if I had to film this again, but anyway, let me go on, just in case I don't. And I did go to the gym. I think I went twice. I know I went like the second day in January, and then I went after work one time. I'm not sure if I went more than that when I wanted to go. I think I was busy with something or other. Whoa, it is really sunny. And I know you guys can like see parts of me, but not really. Oh my goodness. I like the Cali weather, but I need to get me some sunglasses. Like badly. I need to go get contacts or prescription sunglasses. Either one of those. Because I have sunglasses, just I can't see in them. Like people, I might not see traffic lights and stuff or streets that I need to go into. So yeah, but so there's that. In terms of like healthy stuff, again, I have been eating. I mean, I know I haven't been eating the healthiest as of late, like this past week. But in general, I feel like I've seen more of what I'm eating, and I know I still need to work on it and be more organized about it, because sometimes I think that in the end I still am tired coming home from work and I just don't think about it, and I try to make the healthiest choice, but sometimes it's like, or you're stuck at work, or you're running between school and work and stuff. So I also need to figure out that in a way to actually buy food that is not going to go to waste, because I think that kind of happened to me this last time. And I feel so bad about wasting food and stuff like that. Like, I don't like wasting food. I think, like, if you have leftovers, you might as well just eat the leftovers until they're gone, and then you can make another meal, for the most part. But, I mean, you don't have to eat it at every meal, just, you know, for a few days until it goes bad, like, really bad, and it's just not good for you. Wow, this video is, my confession being so long, but, now, in terms of fixing myself up, I haven't done it. Like, I feel like in my everyday, like, on the weekends, I will try a little bit harder or something, but at the same time, I got really frustrated the other day, so I really, really need to get, like, spring cleaning my closet, like, pronto. So, because it's just, like, it's ridiculous. Like, I just don't feel good in what I'm wearing, and, like, I'm 20, and I'm young, and I can wear just about anything at this age, you know, and be experimental. And I'm not saying like, oh, like, you know, I can flaunt what I've got, like, or, you know, dress in a way that only 20-year-olds should be, like, only 20-year-olds should be allowed to dress as. But I'm just saying, like, color and, you know, trend, like certain trends that are cute or something, you know, something experimental. So I'm gonna look into that. I also need to start looking at my finances a little bit better, I know that. And because I'm really into finance, like, it's really weird, because I've never, like, I've been raised not to, like, be so, you know, loving of money, like, not loving of money, but just, like, not, you know, yes, materialistic, kind of, in a way. So, you know, not to, like, think money is the world, basically. And I don't, but I think it's, you know, it's really cool. Like, so when I was growing up, I wasn't interested in, like, knowing all the, like, not in terms of, like, saving, just, like, business and stuff. Like, I always associated money with business, and, like, I don't know, it's weird, but I'm really into finance. So I'll actually try to give you guys some tips and try to follow them myself, but first I have to, like, set it up for myself so that I can actually, you know, just, like, walk the walk and not just talk the talk kind of thing. So, but yeah, and then what else? Well, I've been wearing makeup more often than I usually do. I mean, I know it doesn't show, but all the time, but I'll try to at least wear it. But yeah, I don't know. I have to review the goals, and I think I'm gonna write them down, and I'm gonna write down what I want to do for that month, in particular, what I want to concentrate, and, like, see where that goes. The one I know I really failed on is doing the makeup channel stuff. So February, I'm actually gonna schedule stuff for me to do. And then, like, if you guys have requests, and I'll, you know, put those in as well. But I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to like really stick to a schedule and stuff. And I have no issue with that. I like being spontaneous, but at the same time, I think, whoa, I have to call KTLA so they can fix that. At the same time, you know, if you have something to follow, it's just easier to accomplish whatever goals you have. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna concentrate on it because this video alone was 10 minutes long, my little intro of the day. But I'll talk to you guys more about resolutions once I get my head together, because I know I was like thinking about it last night. But yes, I'm gonna get to work now. Oh my god, okay. So, I know I didn't like vlog at all, but I actually had a really fun day today. And part of the reason is, again, I'm with the baby all day, but I'm actually off on Thursday, so you might get to see a lot more of me during the day than you usually do. So today I ended up going to Universal Studios, or not studios, but City Walk in Hollywood, but it's like Universal City, so I don't know. But anyway, like, I mean, that's really what it's called. It's called Universal City. The city it's in, or town it's in. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. It was really cute because the girl, like, the way I convinced, or I asked her, like, if she wanted to go there was, I told her there was a big guitar in the candy store. Because she kept saying she wanted to go to the candy store. I'm like, we can go to the park. There's, like, all these options you have. And we had a blast. Like, she got tired because she actually walked a lot of it instead of being in the stroller for a lot of the time. And then we went to Johnny Rockets, and that was fun. And I got sweet potato fries, which, like, some people don't like them, but I think they're so good. Like, it's ever since I went to the John Lovitz comedy club, I had them, and I was, like, in love. And then we had to go back home because she had to take her nap and everything. And I mean, there's really only so much you can do, especially with a kid in City Walk. My hand's getting really tired. I really should start using the tripod. Like, I have it for a reason. And anyway, back to my story. And then when I came back, so she went to bed, no surprise, like, really quickly. She was like, poor kid, she was tired out. And then and then I actually read my Anthro paper thing, like, assigned reading, and it was actually pretty interesting. It was like or the reason why women are seen as inferior across, like, you know, every culture. It just, there seems like, even if it's a matriarchy, there seems to be some sort of universal idea that woman is inferior to men. And just because, like, the author's argument was because woman is seen as being closer to nature than to culture, while men are seen as more culture oriented than nature oriented. And part of the, like, a lot of the argument, which I knew one of the arguments was definitely going to be, or the argument, like, central point was going to be just the, you know, biological aspect of it in terms of, like, or physiological aspect of it, since women, you know, give birth and like, they menstruate and everything and all that stuff, you know. And I know in the like, from other classes that I've taken, you know, that intimidated men. And not just intimidated, but, like, it also ostracized women because they were seen as dirty and unclean during that period, and they were, you know, to stay away from everyone while they were menstruating. So, which I know is, like, some people might feel uncomfortable with it, but yeah. And even now, like, you know, you see guys like, oh no, I would never buy, you know, tampons for my girlfriend, or, you know, or it's like, oh, okay, she's on her period, like, you know, I need to get out of this room, like, you know, like, some sort of second force is making your girl bitchy or something, you know. I mean, obviously we've developed and everything, but she just wasn't talking about, like, you know, higher salaries and everything, but she was talking about, like, different, like, that there's two ways to like, there's two things that have to go on to change that and like really make women and men equal. And then also like just like how like, you know, in society, personally, like there's different things, but it was actually quite interesting. I'll link the, or I'll put the title of the paper description box if anyone's interested in read it. I always think stuff like that's kind of interesting, even though I don't like Anthro that much. It's actually kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, I connect with stuff like this. um but yeah, anyway, I actually did my homework, and then after that we went to the park, so I got really tired and everything. And then I finally got home and I watched Gossip Girl, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe we finally find out who Gossip Girl is. So, oh yeah, spoiler alert. I'll put that in the annotations. Um, but I didn't get to edit anything because baby got up before I could get to that, because I wanted to do my homework before editing. You know, for obvious reasons. My goal being that I actually really want to do well this semester. Talking about that, I know I was talking about resolutions earlier, and I've been thinking about like for a while, because, and even though it might seem like it's late, I think it's always like this year, because I do want to take control of my life, and that was my goal, and to, you know, live life, you know, to the fullest and everything, and be open to experiences. um you know, part of that is reviewing what your goals are, and, you know, and reviewing your process of how you're getting to accomplish, you know, the long-term goal, which in this case was that, and, you know, what exactly you're doing in between to achieve that, but also reviewing like if you're on the right track, and if you're not, well, you got to change that. Because I think part of the reason also resolutions fail is not just because people get discouraged or the adrenaline rushes, like, you know, runs out, but I think it's also people just kind of lose perspective. And I know that's happened to me. You know, we have our goal on this, but then like it so easily escapes us, because there's so much stuff that goes on in our daily lives that, you know, sometimes, you know, tiredness gets in the way, and there's factors, but there's also like, you know, just the perspective of stuff, like, oh, you know, maybe people want to lose weight because they want to look good, and that's often the reason, but, you know, maybe they just lose perspective of how exactly they want to do it, or they lose perspective in terms of they might not set the most realistic goal. Like, let's say they I'm not saying they can't look good, but just, you know, they expect in 1 year to lose all this weight, or for it to go away like this. And obviously that's not always going to be the case. You know, there's some people that have, even if they're heavier, they might have a faster metabolism, or may be able to adjust faster than other people. And there's some people that, you know, even if they are, you know, young and in the prime age or whatever, you know, to be able to lose weight, but, you know, they might also, there's just different factors. So um but yeah, so I'm gonna review that tomorrow, since I have some time, and, like, you know, in between editing and stuff, if I might actually be able to upload the 5th vlog and the 6th vlog if I'm able to edit them and everything. I'm gonna try to do a little bit tonight, but although one of my goals is to kind of start going to bed earlier, and that's, I think I did mention that earlier, but I'm gonna kind of put more concrete goals, and I'll put like my yearly goal, like in the end, what I wanted to accomplish, and then I'll also write down, like, I think it might be beneficial for me anyway to schedule stuff in, first of all, and that's a way of getting organized, but also to kind of, for each month, have like their own separate, you know, smaller goals that are tied into the long-term goals and my resolutions, but that are, you know, for that month, how far do I want to get, you know, like baby steps, but, you know, for that month, do, you know, it's gradual changes, and I'm sorry if I might have changed a little bit of focus right now. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna read some emails that I have to take care of, and then maybe try to edit a little bit before I go to bed, but I am trying to go to bed early. So I'll mention the like, if once I come up with everything, I'll mention that in the vlog, but I'll also put it up on my my blog, and I'll, you know, really, I know I have also failed in keeping up with the blog. So, like, more so than anything else. So I'm gonna actually post it up there, and then I'm also gonna tape some, you know, stuff up on my wall and stuff, even if it looks kind of tacky. It's gonna help me in the end, and you know, hopefully that kind of clicks. And I think it's also great to reward yourself once you've reached little goals, even if, like, or the closer you get to your goal, because it kind of keeps you motivated. So I'm also gonna kind of talk about that. So cut me off right when I was saying goodnight, so I kind of just wanted to say goodnight. Sorry, I'm eating the Kashi TLC bars. I'm not sure which one this is. I think it's peanut butter. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll post that up, and it feels really surreal because, like, I feel like weird right now because I just watched the video. But yeah, anyway, tomorrow I have school. I'm gonna get I don't know what the plans are exactly, to tell you the truth. Just that I'm meeting my boyfriend at like 9, even though I don't have class till like 12, or we don't have class together till like 12:20 or 30. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get a class early. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, good night.